2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Your team is down by 1 with the man on third. Mr. Baseball is up to bat. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball, and it is crushed over the center field wall. Your team has won. Everyone is cheering. Mr. Baseball is rounding third, with his team waiting to celebrate at home plate. He reaches up, clutches his chest, falls to the ground, and dies of cardiac arrest. Steroid use is turning the field of dreams into the field of nightmares. Steroid abuse in America is a growing epidemic, and we must counsel, educate, and inform the youth of this growing problem to curb their desire of becoming Mr. Baseball to being Mr. Natural. According to the International Herald Tribune, 57% of high school steroid users said they would risk shortening their life for increased performance. A lot of people look at steroid use as enhancing an outward appearance. But the prolonged use can be deadly to parts of the body that you cannot see. Today I will focus on steroid use, the negative effects of steroid abuse has on the body, the stigma that steroid use can have on an athlete, and the tarnish steroid use can have on a career. Clinical steroid use by itself is not the problem. Many doctors will prescribe steroids for different types of things. Many of you may be on steroids right now. Progesterone and estradiol are 2 common hormone steroids that are prescribed to women to prevent pregnancy, since both of those steroid hormones are present in birth control pills. In basic training, I was shot by my drill sergeant in my left leg. I was prescribed steroids during my rehabilitation phase. I had to get steroid injections in my left leg to rebuild the muscle in my leg. These injections were administered into the site where I was shot. When used properly, steroids can regulate certain parts of the body to get a desired result. Now, let's look at anabolic steroids. Anabolic steroids are the steroids that you hear about in the news, because anabolic steroids are the ones that increase testosterone and promote muscle growth. These are also the ones bought illegally and produced synthetically. According to the Association Against Steroid Abuse, any anabolic steroid use that is not prescribed by a licensed physician is steroid abuse. Steroid abuse can have a multitude of health issues. For one, it increases cholesterol in the body. It also can cause cardiac arrest. It also can cause acne on the face. It also can cause tumors in the liver. One of the other things that it can also cause is an increased chance of contracting HIV or hepatitis due to the sharing of needles. In men will generally develop breasts, have smaller testicles, and become impotent. With women, you will see a reduction in breasts, more body hair, and a deeper voice. Now that we've discussed steroid use and some of the negative effects of steroid abuse, let's look at the stigma steroid can have on an athlete and their career. With so many athletes being paid millions of dollars for their performance on the field, a lot of athletes will do anything to get an edge on their competition. And this is destroying the integrity of the game. Jose Canseco. In 1988, Jose Canseco became the first baseball player to hit 40 home runs and steal 40 bases in one season. In 2005, he wrote a book called Juice, where he called out a lot of superstars that were doing steroids. Mark McGwire. In 1998, Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa will always be remembered for their home run chase of Roger Maris's record that that stood at 61. And that year, both of those men would surpass Roger Maris's record. Sammy Sosa hit 66, Mark McGwire hit 70. The next year, Missouri had named a 6-mile stretch of highway, Interstate 70, after Mark McGwire. In 2005, Jose Canseco's book came out, which named Mark McGwire as one of those superstars that were taking steroids. In 2010, his stretch of the highway was renamed to Mark Twain. Barry Bonds, one of the most feared sluggers in baseball, is the home run king of all time. And in 2001, he hit 73 home runs. He has 762 career home runs and is still one of 5 sluggers that was intentionally walked with the bases loaded. Now, he is a convicted felon with an asterisk next to all of his records and may never be voted into the Hall of Fame. In conclusion, we have seen that steroids are used for a variety of things, and if medically prescribed, can be effective with little risk. We have also stressed that steroid abuse is an epidemic in America, and have also seen some of the negative effects that it can have on the body. It can have stigma that it causes on an athlete, and what it can do to their career if exposed. Using steroids will not turn a bench warmer into an all-star, but it will turn a great player into a superstar. But as you have seen, cheaters will be exposed and they will lose everything in the end. Most young athletes are thinking about the fame, money, and luxuries that using steroids will bring. So it's our job to show them the other side of the coin, which is suspensions, shame, and death. Now let's go and tell the youths what we have learned. Their future is in our hands.